I think you could also ban something like Orianna. Yeah, that's actually literally what I had in my head. I'm like, well, I mean, they've got good ball carrier in the Renekton.
True.
So.
And the Alistar.
And the Alistar's decent as well. There's your Skarner, though.
Yeah, they were also running out of junglers to ban, and Arthur's Skarner wasn't exactly intimidating in game number 1. So he's going to go back to it, and there's a big grin. That is certainly something that he could do. Trundle.
I like the Trundle more.
And yeah, this is what we're talking about, so that's not too bad. Both of them, both of these junglers with the ability to augment their attack speed with circles on the ground. I like it. There we go, some synergy.
Gonna make it, the Trundle's little spire he puts on the ground, gonna make it difficult for Honor Life Esports comp to engage a lot as well. So, kind of a big fan of this, considering where we are. I wouldn't have liked it in a vacuum, but with literally almost every jungler that's meta banned in this draft, I don't hate it. There's the final pick coming through with the Victor.
Came up and I got confused.
Well, this is another one of those moments.
Whoa!
Oh my god. This
Peanut
is so all in.
This is so
crazy.
hyphy. And he flashes over and...
What?
Okay,
oh, he has to go, right?
Surely.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, well, there's no flash, remember? Get some vision there with the pillar, one of its many great uses. Slice, dice, Morgan gets out scot-free. And now Chovy's going to turn up, and Peanut, no flash to get himself out of this one. Gravity Field is there, and a bit of yakety sax, but we get a crab raid for it as Chovy grabs first blood.
And Arthur knows this, and he immediately goes over and starts stealing Peanut's camps because he knows that there's just no way he can deny this. And then he dies, so now he's like, okay, well, I can even stay a little bit longer.
Pressing the Killer Instinct button. Still able to poke them down underneath the turret. There's the crash down as Deft throws out the claim. Vista's going to die as Docdom gets the S rank and Deft has to flash to safety. That was super strange on the bottom side.
He is so good at Samira, though. He knows where he can actually push the issue and continue to build his, like, in those moments, he's actually building up his combos, building up his S rank. I think he's ready to go at a moment's notice, and that was, it looked like it was suicidal.
Flash from Vista, headbutt, but the flash is out of the way of the pulverize. Bay now, without a flash, is actually a big deal against a lane with Chovy in it. As Peanut comes through, puts down the pillar. Arthur now caught out of position. He's going to be taken down. We got to cue the yakety sax yet again.
Yeah, it looks
like... We're going to get bored of that song, man.
Gonna make a play here happen in mid because Bay is just so pushed, but he's going for it anyways.
Yep, Peanut going to get stunned up here a little bit as immediately the Subjugate hasn't actually been used. I tell a lie, is now Arthur trying to run away. There's the crash down, Magnet Storm, and a very dead Scorpion. Chovy not quite able to offer enough damage back, and once again, Arthur finding himself with a 0-2 scoreline.
He doesn't get the kill onto Chovy, that's for sure, but Arthur goes down, and it was really well played by Kellen, too, just matching the rotation. This was a set play, right? This was not a, oh, let's see what we can get done. It was completely communicated with the bottom side of the map because Duckdom is starting to get a little bit out of control. They have a little bit more freedom to roam there.
Ooh, Arthur being very sneaky is this Scorpion, as Deft over to the side. Immediately, Peanut's just going to flash away. Doesn't want anything to do with this, but still, they get under the turret, they take him down. Headbutt is going to create enough distance, and he's going to be taken. Morgan now looking for Docdom. The Magnet Storm used defensively is very nice from Kellen to keep Docdom alive. Whether it's going to be enough, though, is the question. As Killer Instinct comes down, Kellen gets the heal from Docdom, looking to try and keep him alive. The Bladewell's fantastic as well. Oh my goodness, they are best friends on the bottom side. And they do keep themselves alive. Peanut not so lucky, but that was pretty heroic from Docdom and Kellen. Into it. Rich now looking for a flanking play as the rest of Nongshim do converge. Fantastic Villa. And there's the Magnet Storm. This is what we were talking about. The headbutt back, though, onto the Rel is going to get her out of there. And Hammer Life Esports with a fantastic answer.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was a bit overzealous. There's just so much damage output that on the side of Honor Life Esports to focus down the Rel when she goes in that aggressively by herself. Doesn't even have Chem Tank and still is able to try to set up for that fight, but ends up getting picked instantly, the headbutt, to make sure that it happens. And it feels like Nongshim are starting to get a little bit desperate with some of these plays, and it's going to really, really show as we move
Morgan,
forward.
unfortunately, doesn't get his dice, as he does at least have a Gore Drinker, which does keep him up for a little bit longer. Arthur now trying to help out. Chovy comes down, and he's just going to pick up the pieces. Morgan actually happy to dive back in, as Gravity Field's going to stop this Gragas from doing anything, and that's in fact just a double kill for the Renekton. Great answer there from Hammer Life Esports. When I thought, you know, he wasn't able to hit anything with his slice, I thought Propel, but now that the Aftershock is down, he's a little bit squishy. Vista finds a two-man pulverize, but will get stunned on the back end. There's the headbutt away onto Docdom, but now he's looking for Deft. does get interrupted there with the Chaos Storm, but finally ticks down. I think that was the last bit of a Cathian Rain falling there from Death from beyond the grave, and that is going to secure that one. Collector now done for the Kaiser, but that was messy, to say the least. Still a 4,000 gold lead for Humble Life Esports.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a trade that you're okay taking, especially because the relevance for Duck Dom in this game were picks, and they failed multiple times, and now they're just going to call on the map.
Yep, now that cask actually landed. That hit like 5 people. Definitely trying to make up for lost time as the Magnet Storm comes in, but a little bit defensive there from Kellen as they move on back to Chaos Storm, ripping them to shreds. As Morgan's just playing body block here for this one, as this Baron is getting taken down extraordinarily quickly. Arthur's health bar as well as suffering, but now the fight is on. Kellen trying to get out, does crash down his way to safety as Chovy gets himself out of there, but that's a great scat of the week, but still not quite able to get any of these kills. They looking for it, and Doctor's still trying to catch up, and this is what a fight looks like without the Samira there. Barrels coming through, Gravity Field's fantastic though, as Vista is just dead. As Def now finds himself in a choke point, and the Samira grabs herself a double kill. I think there was an opportunity for Humble Life to get out of there.
Yes,
but they just decided not to.
They decided that they were gonna be fine with Chovy's damage, and the way that their comp works, like it would be in theory, is I think we're gonna watch this one more time. Or nope, we're going a little bit further back. This is just stuff I'm getting picked. This is a really nice play by Arthur. The follow flash there.
Yeah.
GG on that one, but
we didn't see the impale, so that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, the impale does come through. So they stayed very long here on the Life Esports do after having a great start to the fight. Like, Morgan does a lot, Kellen has to peel away, and as they back off here, like, Chovy's like, well, I'm Victor. He survives here despite the stun coming through, and then there's so much damage that Nongshim are really losing out. So as Morgan, gets collapsed on here, he gets a kill, and it's at this moment where Humble Life Esports should walk away.
Oh, Def got stuck in the wall.
Yeah, he's stuck in the wall. No. But, like, I mean, he could have walked away a little bit faster than this. And it's Duck Dom's damage output. So why do Humble Life Esports just stay to protect him? I suppose.
Defensiveness. Morgan does find the flank, but now he finds himself in amongst 5 people. But he's a Renekton with a Gore Drinker, and he's doing pretty well because of that fact. Chovy raining the death rays down as Rich looking to try and get out of there. The Impale not quite able to get the value as Deft is frontlining, but there's the Killer Instinct to get him out. The gameplay button nowhere near enough from Bay as Rich clinging to life as best he can. And they do manage to take down the cow, but Morgan has now found Doctorm. That was just an afterthought of a Cull the Meek to take down the Renekton, to take down the Gragas. And now Doctorm, he can't really get too many S ranks there as Morgan is just way too big. 504 on the Renekton.
He's so fed, he does so much damage. It just doesn't matter. The Sterox procs, but I don't think he even really needed it there. Now we're going to go ahead and get this second Infernal Drake. I'm going to get a huge push here on the bottom side of the map. You can see that the push is also going through for Deft. And this fight in particular, like, he's just not even doing anything. Like, he hits a Void Seeker Deft, but this fight isn't about him, man. It's about Victor, and it's about Renekton. He gets one of Cathy and ran off, and it's like now he's ready to clean up because Peanut's low. Gets the kill. But the real story here is the front line that's allowing Chovy to do so much in these team fights.
Yeah, not to mention, they do open a lot of space for Def to get damage down, and this is a much better feel for Def than it was in game number 2, right? Which was just awful. He'd try and go in and get an auto attack, and immediately he'd be focused down. This time around, frightened about what happens when Morgan presses this Gore Drinker button. That's going to be real scary as he's fighting Rich towards the bottom side. Yeah, Peanut dies. That was in the blink of an eye. I had a brief glance towards the battle between the Gragas and the Renekton, and Peanut was dead as Rich does a bit of a sad B, and you can understand exactly why. Humble Life bearing down on the Nexus turrets now. 2 inhibitors taken very, very swiftly.
Well, this has been a series, Atlas.
It has.
Esports really ran away with this third game. This is the decisive victory they were looking for.
Well, here's the last-ditch effort. Chovy's just going to press his denial button to Rich, who's just going to die subsequently. And now Morgan looking to take down Samira, who is just going to get impaled and brought back. Bay just trying to keep himself alive as Peanut is back into the thick of things yet again. And yeah, Vista's going to die. The 0-6 cow is very unhappy as Deft is also going to try his luck going golden here on the fountain, and he will also be taken as everyone just funneling in to have a bit of fun. And I think that really does epitomize what has been a very fun series for both of these teams. As Arthur, maybe just tap the Nexus a couple of times, please, as Chovy's going to get that work done, and the Crab Rave is going to erupt And that is going to be that. Humble Life Esports do grab the 2-1 victory, but if you were to say that it was clean,